Coach, what's the biggest challenge, to get these guys, acclimated to go play overseas? The NFL guys always talk about getting over there early to get ready to play in a different country. Is there any of that you're going through?
Well, I don't know about that. Trying to get them ready for the season. It's more than just one game. It's trying to prepare these guys for the long haul. You're installing schemes. You're getting in shape. You're learning how to work through tough times. Lots of install and then a game plan. Certainly is that. But, we'll get over there and we'll get acclimated and go play in a game. But it won't matter where this game's going to be played. Our guys will be ready to play.
16 practices in, how are you feeling right now about your group?
Yeah, I think we all probably look at it with a real critical eye at times. But when you look back, I see some areas I think were probably better last year. And then I think there's some areas that we all need game day to tell us some answers on. But, man, these guys are really, really working hard. They're grinding. They're staying together. I think this is I hope it is a tough-minded group. We will go through some adversity. We know that, whether it's an injury or it's something didn't go right or something, somebody comes out in the front that we didn't prepare for. And how do you handle that? And we've tried to put them through some of those situations. But we do have some guys that have played ball. I rest easier in that, knowing you've got a quarterback that's played, 14 games. And started, and there's some starts on that O-line. There's a few of them that have played in other places that are here. Tight end room's really experienced. Jace played in a lot of games. Tibbs and JB have played in a lot of games, not in a Wildcat uniform, but in a lot of games. Dylan's played in games, and Joe. So I think I take that as a positive because I know how I think they're going to be. But also we've got some of those guys I just mentioned that's a little bit new and improved. It's a newer version of them, and I'm excited to go out and watch them all together.
How's Avery different from last year?
I think he's probably more comfortable in his own skin, in his own ability. I don't have to be this certain type of player. I don't need to listen to the media or somebody ask me about being a certain prototypical blank kind of quarterback. I'm good when I run. I'm good when I throw it. I think he is further along in coverage recognition. I think he is further along in his ability to dissect what a defense is doing to him a little quicker. And that takes time. That takes live reps, and that takes a lot of looks. And, certainly with all the safeties that Joe plays, and, in the back end, that can be a challenge for us in training camp. But it's a good look knowing who our first opponent is. The depth at quarterback? Well, you got to battle for whoever that second quarterback is. That's something I see is ongoing. Not close to naming a guy. I don't know if Coach will. I don't know where that is. It's not an alarm. That's guys at different stages of their careers in that room right now. They're all working hard, and there are abilities there, and I'm straining them as best I can in a practice setting. It's not easy. But being a backup quarterback's not easy. We may not play a backup quarterback here for 2 years, and it may be, I tell them it may be 2 days. Or maybe, who knows, Avery may get a hangnail. Okay? You like that, didn't you? Yeah. I don't know. And so there's uncertainty. And so I try to create some of those situations in practice to make them react to that uncertainty because that's what it will be like if and when a guy has to go in there and do that. And those you want me to say something about who the guy is. We don't know yet, and they don't know, and that may be something that's ongoing for quite a while. In fact, last year it was through the season, and but those guys are battling.
How have you seen Dylan Edwards grow from this time last year?
He's like all our young men going into his third year in college, a little bit more mature, a little bit more seasoned. I think a little bit more aware of the grind of a practice schedule and training camp with the season coming up. I see a guy that's really dynamic, runs the ball better than you think in between the tackles. He has proven to be durable so far, and I hope that continues. But he's dynamic with the ball in his hands.
What do you envision a successful season looking like for him?
For him?
Yeah, for Dylan.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of yards rushing, some dynamic catches, hopefully a punt return or two for a score so we don't even have to play on offense. That'd be cool. But he's electric. We all know it. I mean, every time the ball touches his hands, you have a chance to hold up at one finger and say, kick it. He can go. He can hit a home run. I envision him in space. I envision him in between the tackles. He's going to play receiver. He's going to play running back. The kid's a talented kid.
I also wanted to ask, Avery said one of the things he likes about working with you a lot is that you'll have an open dialogue with him about plays. If there are ones he doesn't like, you'll talk about it and maybe scrap them, put in something else. Why do you have such an open dialogue and let the players help you out in that regard?
I think the longer I'm in it, the more you got to know it's a player's game. We're here to help them and guide them and push them in the right direction. We're here to call plays, hopefully at the right time. But I've had a lot of really, really good play calls that don't get executed very good. And I've had some where you're like, oh no. Guy made a play. Call another one, coach. I think investment for those guys, when they know that they're invested in it, sometimes they take a little bit more ownership in it. When I'm invested, when you're invested in more things and you know your name's on it, you take it a little bit more personal. We all take it personal. He takes it personal. And so I think the collaboration with him is so important also because he's seeing it through his face mask with big 6'5" linemen that it doesn't look like it does on Twitter to his vision. It doesn't look like it is on coach's video from a really high camera where you see all the pieces moving. He's got to have depth perception. He's got to see, just like this right here, this is like the pocket. I mean, all right, here we go. Let's go, Wyatt. Scott, protect him. I mean, we got pressure here. I've got to move a little here. He may not see everything. He's got to have timing. There's some things he sees better than others. I need to know that. He needs to relay that to me. Just because I think it or I've had a quarterback do it before, or I think it looks good on film, it may not fit what he feels. And then he may like something better and I can accomplish about the same thing. Why not? They're the ones pushing the buttons.
When you think of Iowa State's defense, what comes to mind?
Toughness, discipline, never out of position. John Heacock's one of the best in the game. Had the privilege of going up against him a bit. They're good. They're very, very tough. They tackle well. They're never out of position. I think probably the mantra of that program.
Time for a couple more. You going to be upstairs or down?
I'm going to be down. Yep, I'll be down.
Anything else? I would ask you about Tibbs. Is he what you were hoping?
Yeah. He's good. He's a good player. He's smart, versatile, can play lots of spots, blocks well on the perimeter, cares about blocking. He's got really good hand-eye. He's got strong hands and probably a little deceptively faster than you think. He's a big body. I think he's going to have a really good year. We're very, very hopeful of that. He is too. He's a great kid, man. He's been raised the right way, and he's, I think, bought into everything that we're all about here at K-State.